The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Set up, 18 Gator. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, high 7. Switch. Greystone travel. 5.
On first down, Glenn. Going right side here, and that's complete. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 24-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
80 weapons.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. He's checking.
2nd and 9 now. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Walsh. And that makes the score 7-0.
Bills nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Middle.
Kill, turn up.
Now Allen. Well, he's going to take a shot right away, and that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have back on their heels.
On 2nd and 10, Allen, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Come on, let's go.
At their own 27-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Hey, orbit.
On 1st and 10, Glenn. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Ready. 10 logo. Now. Ready.
On 3rd down, Swift. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Hey, wahoo!
Throwing on 1st down, Glenn. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Emmanuel Agba in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Looking to throw. Glenn. And he fires one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Line 50.
Hey, Alpha.
Defense, keep it up, guys. Go, Mike 50. Alert. Check the outs. Check the outs. Shoot.
5 wide.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. This one caught by Davis. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills 1st down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Throwing on 2nd down. Allen going to throw deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
That defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Second and 1. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Alexander. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down.
Let's go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check 52. Check 13. Check 13. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. 5. Go.
37's the mic. Mike 37. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want none. Go.
Operating from the gun. Glenn, he'll rifle this one deep right side. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, you got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there. Wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
To throw again. Glenn. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Ed Oliver has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
You got it.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the 20.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Jaguars 7, Bills 3.
Mike 319.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Hey, home.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
50's the mic. You ain't going nowhere.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
Ready up.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
Leverage.
big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys low man width.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Emmanuel Agba, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Y'all playing the wrong football. Check three, check three, check three.
Back to throw. Glenn. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Hey, high 7. Go.
Mike 37. I got you. I got you, son. I got you.
6-6. Pull it high. Hey, exit.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Get it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Glenn. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fielded at the 33. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah.
Allen off the play fake. Uncorks one for Davis. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey, tight. That's in. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
From the gun, it's Allen. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A gain of 32 that time.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around to make a play on the football.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
56.
Hey, Foxtrot. Mike 50. You don't know no better.
Pass 85.
On 2nd and 9. Allen, that he's wrapped up. Taken down, back at the 25. Aaron Donald, able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen, eluding the pressure right. This is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
Allen taking it himself, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Josh Allen, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Bills have taken the lead. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit and try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Wahoo!
There we go, 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Got you, boy. I got you, boy.
To throw on 3rd down. Glenn. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 31-yard line.
1st down, Jaguars.
Here we go, here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
There we go, 37's the Mike.
From the gun, Glenn. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
General West. Now. Hey, Alpha.
Throwing again. Glenn. And he rifles one incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. change. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
On third down, Glenn. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Hey, Charlie! Fight!
Operating from the gun, Glenn. Toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
2nd and goal at the Bills' 1-yard line.
Ready.
2nd and goal from the 1.
I'm coming.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. From a yard out. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Walsh adds the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Mike's 50.
Alert! Buzz!
Allen now going to throw again. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Well, that 2nd down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long. They'll try the left side. Young. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The Bills send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Fielded at the 20. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On first down, Glenn, he's going to rifle one deep, and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Let's go.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff?
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On play action, Allen, rush coming, and he's taken down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on third and long.
Go. Hey, hold.
And here's Allen throwing on third and long. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
All day, defense, all day.
On 1st and 10, Glenn. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Big stop, let's go.
Ready? To throw again. Glenn, this one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on third? And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Go, 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 go.
Hey, Zoo.
Regular. Middle.
On 2nd and 7, Allen. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
He's coming. We got double up.
Allen going to throw. And that will be incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
At their own 23-yard line.
Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Escaping the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Harrison Smith on the safety blitz, able to get the sack.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They forced a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room.
49, go.
49, guys. Mike.
2nd and 13. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Throwing on 1st down. Glenn. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Allen, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To try again after the sack. Allen, flush to his right. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Get that ball. Undercut.
Tight.
Mike 50, Mike 50. It's a party now. Hey, Foxtrot. 50, Mike 50, Mike.
Monday.
In your face.
Now Allen to throw on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition and practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the game starts. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No, a little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Hey, Orville. And we got 37 to Mike. Mike 30.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker, complete. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. This quarterback now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Glenn, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. From the gun, Glenn. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Back now in Buffalo. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4.
Watch the screen. Protein spill. Bravo. 37 to Mike. Mike 37.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 33.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Here we go, G. Get off the field. 49 to Mike. 149. Ready?
Throwing again. Glenn. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Walsh now for the PAT. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Makes the score Jaguars 28, Bills 13.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Eric Armstead. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me, long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Throwing now is Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's fourth down. Allen going to go on fourth down. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dawson Knox, his second touchdown on the season, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within one score. When you're trailing in the fourth quarter, you got to take some chances you might not normally take, and here, that one pays off big time.
And you have to think to yourself, not only did that pay off big time for them, but what was going on the opposite side of the ball? They know that they have to take a chance here. They know they have to come up with something big, yet it still happens. So credit the execution, but wonder what the defense was doing.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Gun. You won't get. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Slam, slam, slam.
Now Allen. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Tight end roll, tight end roll. Hey. Go. Say.
To throw again. Glenn. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw. Glenn. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. 2nd and 10. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
We own them. Check. Rush in. Rush in.
Pass 85. Pass 85.
Rush it.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Go.
Go, Mike 50. Mike.
After the sack on 1st down, Allen throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Allen. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 33. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
His throw caught right around the 6, and able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
Ready up. Pilot, 64, weak.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point try now for Walsh.
Well, after another passing touchdown, I don't think it'd be an understatement to say that he's in the zone, and I believe he likes it.
Makes the score Jaguars 35, Bills 20.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Motion.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Mike's 50, Mike.
56.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Allen now a desperate. And got his man complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. They get one more as the extra point's up and good, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Yep. Let's go. And we go 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Hey, Orbit.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late.
Wahoo!
Back to throw. Rolling to his right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Watch the pass. 5 wide. Motion, I got one.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Eric Armstead in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
Alpha.
Watch his flat.
He'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had, because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
56.
Check right 50.
Alert.
50. Check.
Hey, Charlie.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Half 85.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Come on, set. 8, read.
Hey, here I come.
Get it.
On 1st down, Swift. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Walsh now for the PAT. And the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Five.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
I'm coming after you.
Here's Allen. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
50, Mike 50. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Hey, tight. Here we go.
First down, and they're going to throw without him. Finding Knox there, complete. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 1.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Hey, what's the ball? Hey, no, look, we got Mike 50, Mike 50, huh?
Get your swarm on.
Now Allen again. Buying time to his left. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Jaguars, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for the Bills, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Up and up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic.